Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I release a Legacy video every Friday. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by joining the Patreon. Here, you can gain access to perks such as a continuously updated sideboard guide for Legacy Doomsday, as well as being able to send private messages. You can do so by clicking the link in the video description or going to patreon.com/NevilleShootMTG. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another Legacy video, and I'm back playing a Simic Omnitell today. Have not touched Show and Tell for a while, and I felt like, I feel like casting some 3 converted mana cost blue sorceries, either Show and Tell or Stock Up. These are good spells. And I feel like there is a lot of black in the format. There's a lot of Thoughtseize, so having Veil of Summer is kind of nice. This is a deck that either wants to win with combat, so with Emrakul and Atraxa, but it can also win with Release the Ants and Firemind's Foresight off of a Cunning Wish. So this has the capability of winning at instant speed, which is nice if your opponent puts in a Leyline Binding, for instance, and you put in Omnitell or Omniscience and you have Cunning Wish. I have a single copy of Mistrise Village in the sideboard, and then a lot of this is, Cunning Wish territory. And yeah, I'm playing a Singleton Dream Halls because I really like that card. I have a soft spot for it. You can somewhat reasonably expect to hardcast this, and yeah, once you have Dream Halls, you can get some other stuff and win that way. And it is a way, if your Show and Tell gets like turn 1 Thoughtseize into Surgical Extraction, you still actually have sort of a puncher's chance. But enough talk, let's go jump into League. Alright, we're on the draw for round number 1. I think I'm going to keep this hand. It is missing a Show and Tell, and then we can do some stuff. Alright, no turn 1 play. I think I'm going to just go Misty Rainforest Go here. I'm not really sure. If my opponent is end of turn entombing here, I might want to be able to brainstorm. Okay, if that's not the case, it is Undercity Sewers. Milling over a swamp. Okay. Underground Sea. Ponder. Okay. I am probably just going to fetch basic island here at end of turn and then spend next turn casting Ponder. Opponent shuffles on their Ponder. Lotus Petal, that's not too bad. A little bit of a mana acceleration at some point in the future. Oh, I see I forgot to remove the Mystic Sanctuary. Well, forgot to remove. I mean, I'm not too excited about that card, but on the other hand, it's not the worst. So actually, let's draw Force of Will here so we can stand to win a counter war with Force and Veil in case our opponent is up to no good here. I could play out the Petal. I don't want them to see it yet, though. Marsh Flats A. Okay, so there is a City of Traders that we might want at some point, but right now I'm going to brainstorm. If they have Orcish Bowmasters, then I have Force plus Veil. Okay, I think I'm getting rid of Emrakul here and keeping hold of Atraxa. I'll probably get rid of the Cunning Wish as well. And then I will... Yeah, that's a good question. I think I will actually cycle Lorien Revealed for a basic island and play that. And then I'll play Lotus Petals. This way I can Veil of Summer. It was between that and getting Tropical Island, but I'm kind of interested in not playing into Thoughtseize or into Wasteland yet. Tamiyo, sure. Not too concerned about Tamiyo yet. Hopefully we'll be able to find a Show and Tell or Dream Halls in the next several turns. Okay, I'm going to start off with a Brainstorm again here. I 2 Tamiyos, or 2 Atraxas is 1 too many. Oh, 3. Even worse. Let's get rid of Ancient Tomb and 1 Atraxa. We can keep that Spare Atraxa to pitch to the Force. I'm going to cast Ponder now. Okay, that is basically everything we want. So I'm gonna put Show and Tell on top of the deck and draw the Mystic Sanctuary. and pass. Here comes Tamio. She creates a clue. There's a Thoughtseize. I don't think so. Veil of Summer resolves. Beautiful. So we draw the stock up. I have 4, 5, 7 mana with City of Traders. I could stock up as well as cast Show and Tell. Okay, let's grab a Brainstorm and a Lotus Petal, I think. Alright, well, as long as they don't have some kind of spoiler to put in, I don't think... I think double Undercity Sewers might mean that they are... Oh, okay. Force of Will pitching Murktide. I'm gonna Force of Will pitching Atraxa. Draw a clue, sure. Or draw with a clue. It might be Reanimator. I kind of have this pegged as Dimir Tempo because of the double Undersea Sewers, but that could be wrong. Yeah. Yikes. Okay, interesting. So what do they reveal? They reveal Bowmasters, Entomb, no Force of Will, but a Daze. Interesting, interesting. There is a Reanimate as well. So they will be able to just untap and... Yeah, so they take the Brazen Borrower and an Entomb and Bloodstained Mire and Reanimate. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Yeah, they have 8 cards in hand. But now I get my thingy here. Okay. So let's take Omniscience as the enchantment. Veil of Summer. Possibly stock up? I think so. And I guess Polluted Delta. Yeah, and now we pass. We're not going to be able to stop them from reanimating. But what we can do is cast Veil of Summer to not die to the trigger. But let's see here. They might be able to, if they also have Force of Will, they can attack here. I'm not going to give them Atraxa to reanimate, basically. I can take 7 damage. Excuse me. Alright, there's the Entomb. We knew that one was there. Hopefully it's only Archon. Yeah, Archon of Cruelty. And reanimate. I mean, whether or not to use the Veil here, I'm not even sure that really matters that much. I think I'd rather save the Veil. So, our Atraxa dies. We lose Polluted Delta. The next turn, we can play Mystic Sanctuary, getting back the Show and Tell. And then we can... Oh, wow, they had another one? Alright. They don't find Force of Will here. They do find Bowmasters. That's not the most important thing. Wasteland. I've lost track if they've made a land drop, but I don't think so. So they choose Ponder, Wasteland, Entomb, and Orcish Bowmasters. Here comes the Ponder. Okay. So we do we do need a couple things to go right for us here, but that's not impossible. Okay, they go to discard. Alright, here we go. Another stock up. That's actually excellent. Okay. Mystic Sanctuary. We tap City of Traders. There is the Show and Tell. So now Show and Tell is on top of our deck, and we cast Brainstorm. And we draw Show and Tell plus Force of Will. That's lovely. Let's put back Dream Halls and Force of Will. Like if I put back stock up and I end up... Yeah, let's put back Force of Will. It's fine. So here is Show and Tell. We put in Omniscience. They probably put in Bowmasters. And then good luck trying to not lose to my 2 star ups here. Animate Dead, sure. Is that Atraxa? What is that target? Why can't I see what it's targeting? Okay. Maybe there was only one target? No, that was a Tamio. Okay. I'm going to cast this Veil of Summer before their Atraxa trigger resolves. Okay. I don't draw the Force, but now all my spells are all uncounterable. So it should, like 2 stock ups should find me a win with Emrakul. Alright. Yeah, they reveal a bunch of stuff. Who cares? Impulse, and I guess, I don't know, Force of Will? Alright, I mean, let's cast an Impulse. Cunning Wish wins us the game. So let's cast Cunning Wish. And let us get shared summons. That will get an Atraxa plus an Emrakul. Cast the Atraxa. And let's choose Force of Will, Ponder, and a land. Alright, so that got game one. Quite interesting, really. Alright, let's bring in the 2 Grafdigger's cages. And we'll keep Surgical Extraction in the sideboard. And what are we cutting for that? I think I actually cut a couple of, or at least one Atraxa. And maybe one stock up against the Force Days deck. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, let's keep this. We basically have no defense against a Show and Tell, or a Dimir Reanimate, but we're pretty resilient against Thoughtseize, and yeah. Okay, they have Tamiyo. Tamiyo is pretty big. If they can flip her fast, that certainly is a way to get things done here. No second land drop. Interesting. I think I'm gonna just brainstorm here. Oof. Well, a lot of awkward lands is what we're looking at. I think we get rid of the Mystic Sanctuary and the Hedge Maze. Yeah, I think that's it. And we're gonna ponder here. That means we don't have any immediate access to green and Veil of Summer, but we're not sitting on Veil of Summer right now. Okay, I think we take another ponder and another land. I wonder if they would be sitting on a wasteland rather than play it out if they had that. And now is a question of Bowmasters. I think I don't care that much about Orcish Bowmasters if they have it. Yay. I care about finding Show and Tell. Alright, I'm gonna grab Mystic Sanctuary here and then draw Show and Tell next turn. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, let's play City of Traders and let's cast Show and Tell. Cracking a Clue. That's nice. That means there's no like Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm. Force of Will, pitching Force of Will. I'm gonna Force of Will, pitching stock up. Show and Tell resolves. Let's put in Emrakul. Dothy Voidwalker. Yeah. Nice try, fella. Here's Emrakul. Hey, 2-0 versus Dimir Reanimator. Hey, how about that? Off to round number 2. So we're on the draw in round number 2. I think I'm going to keep this hand. It's a little bit awkward with the Ancient Tomb as the only land, but Lauren revealed will get us to our next land drop, albeit at a little bit of a pain. And we are just a Show and Tell away from greatness here. All right, let's go. Underground Sea. I see what you're doing there, Underground Sea. Land? No, not that land. Alright, well, I'll be masquerading as a Stompy deck for a turn. Or someone holding up Disruptor Flute. Alright, here comes the Brainstorm. Ooh, are they missing their land drop? It looks as though they are. Alright, Island Cycle this bad boy. I guess I get Tropical Island here. They didn't have a wasteland last turn. I would like to have access to the Veil. Alright. We pass. Now they know what's up. I can only think of one deck that would play Tropical Island and Ancient Tomb. At least that is just anywhere near the mainstream. So they might be Reanimator and they might have Fatty to... Yeah, okay. So that's what was going on. Now we can Cunning Wish for Surgical Extraction. Force of Will. Pitching Murktide. I am going to Force of Will. Pitching Atraxa. Surgical Extraction is what I am going to get here. And unfortunately, this isn't going to be a 2-for-1 because those lists don't play 2 Archon of Cruelties. Their hand is double Thoughtseize, Bowmasters, Tamiyo, and Mate Dead. I can't remember if Magic Online puts those cards in the revealed section. I'm just going to take a quick snapshot here. And yeah, you have to always remember to actually click the card in the graveyard you want to exile, or it'll leave it there. Excellent. They are revealed. Okay. Their spell fizzles. Show and tell. Yay! Okay, so hang on. Show and tell is they're gonna put in Bowmasters. I would venture a guess. I'm actually gonna wait one more turn, because I only have the brainstorm. I don't want to. Yeah. I want to draw a card here. I don't want to brainstorm as my only thing. Oh, did they rip another force here? There was a big pause. No, okay. Ponder is great. Now I'm not so scared. I'm sure between Ponder and Brainstorm, I will find a way to win. I have 15 life to play with, so the Bowmasters, I'll need to be drawing, I guess, 15 cards before that becomes relevant. Goddamn, Dimir Reanimator 2 times in a row. I haven't played against this deck for a couple of leagues, so maybe I'm just due. Actually, no, that's not true. I played against it in my Grixis control list. I could also just rip Cunning Wish or Atraxa or Emrakul here, and then there's nothing really. Ooh, Stock Up's also excellent. Let's go. Let's go. I hope they didn't have, like, they don't have an Atraxa in hand. That'll annoy me. I'm very certain I'll still win, but you never know. Alright, show and tell resolves. Let's put in Omniscience. Alright, they have Orcish Bowmasters. I take one. Let's start with Stock Up. Wow, that was bad. Brainstorm and a land. Okay. We'll cast Ponder. And there is a Cunning Wish. So we'll cast this, and we'll get the shared summons. Getting our 2 friends. I'm actually not gonna cast Atraxa. I don't want to show them 10 cards. Okay. Doesn't matter because they concede. Alright. So I guess we sideboard the same way we did before, which was the 2 Grafdigger's Cages. And I cut an Atraxa, and what was the other thing I cut? A Stock Up. Very light sideboarding. Okay. I probably quite reluctantly am going to keep this hand. I don't know though. Oh, it's pretty bad. I like that this is a turn 2 Cunning Wish for Surgical, but I'm not sure I like a lot else about it. Double Cunning Wish. No, I'm going to mulligan. Okay, I'll keep this and get rid of the Hedge Maze. Come on with your Thoughtseize. Get it while it's good. Oh, no, it's a Ponder. We've got a Ponder. They don't shuffle. Okay. I would like a Petal here. I think, like, Days on the Veil would be kind of rough. Another island. That's not the worst either, like, having the lands to develop. Wasteland. Oh, I don't believe it. They probably have an Orcish Bowmasters. And I just draw Brainstorm. How about that? Okay, let's pass the turn. They'll flash it in, and I'll Brainstorm in response. No? They Brainstorm. Okay, well, in that case, I'm also going to Brainstorm. Yeah. Let's get rid of a basic land. And the other Brainstorm, probably? Maybe I'm supposed to keep the 4th land, I'm not sure. Yep, Entomb resolves. And what? They just have the land. Oh, it's another Wasteland. That doesn't cast Reanimate or Reanimate Dead. Okay. We get a chance here. So I'm fetching basic force here. And now I'm banking on Ponder to find me something good. Show and Tell is something great next turn. I don't want to play it into Days. These are no good. Shuffle. Oh, we draw Force. Big Papa Force. Okay. Brainstorm. You don't say. Alright, they found their land, but they're not interested in casting an animation spell here. I'm going to take a draw. And I think I ponder here. I really want to find another land so that I can show and tell with force and veil. This is not it. I guess I could have taken the force and had double force. Okay, let's pass. Okay, and here comes a fetch from them. Surveil land, sure. And they put reanimate in the graveyard, so we have to assume they have an animation spell here. Thoughtseize on me. Okay, I'm gonna Veil of Summer that one. Okay, they wasteland me here, probably trying to daze my thing. I think I forced that. But then if they have a force now, it's a pretty big blowout, but hey. Okay, that was dazed. Or that was forced rather. I'm getting a basic island here. My Veil resolves, drawing Cunning Wish. Thoughtseize resolves, fizzles, and they reanimate here. I'm gonna brainstorm and see if I can spike a force. And I do. Lucky. Okay. So let's put back Grafdigger's Cage and Ancient Tomb. And I will Force of Will, pitching Cunning Wish. They could have, I guess, another reanimation spell. They milled over one with the Surveil, which that would be pretty bad. Looks like they're passing. Here comes Ancient Tomb. Let's cast Show and Tell. And Omniscience is put in. And I'm going to pass here. If they have Petty Theft in their hand, I want to win over the top of that. Oh, look at that. Yay, they had it. We get to do the thing. So I could just get Sublime Epiphany and bounce that and draw a card, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to get Firemind's Foresight. There's only one more Cunning Wish left in the deck. Let's get that. And let's get Impulse. And let's get Brainstorm. And see what we do here. Stock up. Or Force of Will. I guess I just get Force of Will. So we don't get to win at instant speed. But we do force this. And then we Cunning Wish Force for the shared summons again. Hey, laying down the law versus Dimir Reanimator. Oops, I accidentally entered combat. Let's be sure we don't actually pass the turn here. Alright, there we go. I was like, why can't I cast my creatures? And now I don't care if they see the rest of my, or 10 more cards of my deck. Omniscience, Traxa, yeah, and they concede. Sweet! 2-0, let's go for round number 3. Okie dokie, on the play for round number 3. Yeah, we'll keep this. Why not? Alright, Misty Rainforest pass. Underground Mortuary. I wonder if I'm supposed to play around Wasteland right now, because I would also really like a Surveil land. They like what they saw. Mox Opal. So this is probably a Storm deck. Why play out the Mox Opal? I don't get this. I'm fetching Hedge Maze, Atraxa. I don't really dare put Atraxa in my graveyard. Nah, alright, fuck it, I will. Another Atraxa, that's funny. Alright, let's cast Brainstorm. Okay, so this is next turn, it's Show and Tell. Let's put away Mystic Sanctuary and the Show and Tell. If they Thoughtseize as though, I think I have to counter it because the Emrakul, they'll just take that and shuffle. But I don't know, maybe. Chrome Mox. Yeah, I should have put back Emrakul and then Show and Tell. What is this? Burning Wish. Okay, it is Storm. Veil of Summer. Ugh, gross. We're gonna get wheeled here. I think I have to force this. Gamble. Let's hope you put LED in the graveyard. Nope, just the perfect one. Dark Ritual. Do I try and find a Force of Will here? I guess I do. I could also try and keep open the Trop for Veil of Summer. Yeah, maybe that's a better shout. Okay. We hit the Veil, but the rest of our hand is now completely shit. Thoughtseize. Well, Veil of Summer. Watch me draw land. Nope, pedal, almost. All right, they passed. Another land, come on deck. All right, ponder. Cunning Wish, brainstorm. I think I will take the Cunning Wish here. Cunning Wish will let me get Force of Negation at in a pinch, or Surgical Extraction, and then next turn I'm drawing Brainstorm. Well, I'm not drawing Brainstorm if I Cunning Wish, but yeah. I can also, like, this can bounce a spell, like Echo of Eons, which would be kind of fun. All right. Well, they have the run of things here. They take the Sink into Stupor. Okay, cool. I guess we're wheeling again. Sail into the west. I guess they're getting what's his face? Peer into the abyss. Yeah. I don't have anything for that. I guess I could try and surgical the lines at diamond. Yeah, I don't know. Let's wait and see. This resolves with a mana floating, no less. I guess I'll grab the surgical, and then I'll lose. Where is it? There it is. Get a look at the deck here. So 3 dark rituals left, 4 petals, 3 chromox. They should quite easily have enough here to just like tendrils me out or whatever, but we'll see. I will yield. And like, even if they were to fizzle here and have to pass a turn, I'm sitting on like 7 lands as all my game my game sort of stock here. Okay, they take game 1. Let's bring in 1 Grafdigger's Cage, and I guess Consign to Memory. No, I think I would rather bring in Flusterstorm and leave Consign there. And let's board out an island and Lorien revealed. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, this works. I don't really have anything if they just send on turn 1. And the Hedge Maze is not free here. It's a little bit of a problem. Alright, they found 7 as well. Let's go. Okay, they just pass. And I'm going to brainstorm here. Oh, that was not bad. Get rid of the Hedge Maze. And Lotus Petal, I think. And then I'm going to fetch Tropical Island and cast Ponder. Okay, that is everything a grown boy needs. So we just need to not like either lose or get our hand discarded next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the Atraxa here because the Omniscience is the key card. All right, I don't feel very confident here. They're drawing up to 8 cards here. They're getting a Surveil most likely off of this Bloodstained Mire fetch, and I only have 1 Force of Will. So obviously a what do you call it? They put Chromox in the graveyard. A Thoughtseize here I will have to force most likely. Maybe not. Like I do have Stock Up and Dream Halls coming, so here comes a Chromox. No, I don't like if they Thoughtseize me, I think I let them. Echo of Eons. Defense Grid. So look, I am gonna force this. This is the last turn of the game. Probably. Okay. And they pass turn. Like if they either they were able to go off on top of that and then it didn't matter. And if not, I'm not using my force or my my ponder anyways, so all right. Let's show and tell, put in Omniscience. Hope they don't have anything too nasty. Song of Creation is good, but Atraxa and Stock Up are better. Force of Will, Stock Up, Atraxa, Dream Halls, Grafdigger's Cage, land. Let's play another Atraxa. I'll keep the one on the right. Emrakul, another Force, Ponder, Basic Forest. All right, and that does it. Tie the game at 1-1. Let's go for the final game of this match here. I think we're happy with where we are in terms of the sideboard. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Has Force of Will and playable cards. They also keep 7. Fetch land, okay. Or not fetch land, surveil land. Mill over a Burning Wish. Would you rather have a Burning Wish or a Cunning Wish? That's a question, folks. All right, let's cast Ponder. Grafdigger's Cage, which I can cast right now. I think I like that. It's gonna cost me my pedal, but that's okay. That turns off Echo of Eons and Gaia's Will. And if they Thoughtseize me here, they might take stock up, and in that case, I'm drawing another stock up. Gaia's Will imprinted, yeah. Another Chrome Mox. Imprinting Gamble, okay. And a Defense Grid, yeah, that's fine. They have 2 cards in hand and 3 mana. I think I need to cast this stock up. That means I'm not showing or Force of Willing, but yeah. I guess what's the correct play here? I think another stock up and Ancient Tomb. That way if I draw a pedal, I can both stock up and keep up Force of Will. Burning Wish, okay. They could get Void Snare here, and if their last 2 cards are Echo of Eons and LED, that's a very neat line. But no, the Chromox doesn't cast Void Snare. Some other one, like green, remove an artifact. Beseech the Mirror, okay. I think I brainstorm here. I would like to find a fetch land. I don't. Instead, I get brainstorm locked. Lovely. Okay. Let's get rid of a Cunning Wish and put stock up on top, and then we pass. Underground Mortuary puts Gamble in, and all right, I'm gonna stock up here. Really need to find a land to be able to keep up this Force of Will Charade. We do, and we find land plus show and tell. So, any order here. So here's the thing. We could show and tell right now, but if we do, then we're putting in Atraxa and passing the turn, and they have the defense grid, so I don't like that. I'm gonna pass instead with Force of Will up. And I guess I'll have to Force of Will both a discard spell and a the Beseech. This is the Beseech. Sacking the Chromox. And then they have Veil of Summer. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I can let... What happens if Beseech resolves? They get Song of Creation. And then they eventually find a way to kill us. Probably, yeah. No, I have to try and counter this. And then we probably lose. And I'll pitch the Cunning Witch. Cunning Wish, there we go. Yeah, there it is. And I will yield. They could possibly just... Yeah, they can just Beseech for another Beseech for another Beseech and then Tendrils me. That means they lose the Veil. Not the Veil, the Defense Grid. Okay, here's Song of Creation. Please fizzle. Okay, they're not going to fizzle. Alright, there's the Tendrils, GG's opponent. Alright, round number 4 on the play. This seems like an interesting hand. Let's keep this. Okie doke. Let's play this Flooded Strand and pass. City of Traders, huh? Thoughtseize? Oh wait, did I just walk into a... Yeah, to an opposition agent. I'm getting Tropical Island because I don't think City of Traders and Wasteland go together in very many decks. Okay, let's put back Show and Tell and stock up. They will likely take the Show and Tell here, but me leaving it in my hand should tell them a story as well. Okay, they're at nauseum. Okay, they have the win now. Keep showing me your deck. Okay, and I'm gonna concede. Okay, double up on the storm. Double Dimir Reanimator, Double Storm. This is a different Storm deck though. This is an Urza's Saga Storm deck. Not sure they're playing Beseech because they're playing Ad Nauseam. So don't know if I need Grafdigger's Cage here. Flusterstorm seems good. Like a Dress Down. Yeah. Let's board out a Lorien Revealed and a basic island. Oh, have to mulligan this. Yeah, I'll keep this. Keep this and put away Cunning Wish, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Opponent kept 7, putting away Cunning Wish. And I will just signpost this Veil of Summer in the most obvious way. There is Urza's Saga. Alright, Urza's Saga and pass. Emrakul. Emrafool. There's Chrome Mox. Cabal Ritual, it looks like. And they're passing, really? I guess that means no constructs. Unless they are, like, casting a Dark Ritual. Okay, they are. Dress targeting me. Veil Summer. Friendo. Let's cast Brainstorm. We can get rid of Emrakul and Lotus Petal, maybe? And we'll pass. Oh, shoot. If they get Pithaniel on this Misty Rainforest, I deserve it. I don't expect them to, but yeah, okay. But it is probably good to be aware of when that Saga thing happens. Thoughtseize. Yep, you got me. We lose our Force of Will. Can you do more stuff? Like Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor. Yep, there's the Dark Ritual. Beseech the Mirror. I will cast Brainstorm and try and get lucky. So they do play Beseech the Mirror and Ad Nauseam. Interesting. Sack their LED for good measure. Candy Trail is in the graveyard. Oh man. So close, but no cigar. Okay. Let's put back Atraxa and sink into Super. Or probably, actually, let's put back sink into Super and Flusterstorm. We're not going to have blue mana, so I'm pretty sure they got this right. They have, yeah. They just get gay as well. And then the graveyard is just flush with nice stuff here. Alright, I trust they know how this works. Damn. Showed up Reanimator twice, felt really good, then got pegged back down by the Epic Storm and Saga Storm. Alright, off to the final round. Let's hope we can finish on a positive record. Okie doke, on the play once more. I feel like I've been on the play on like nearly all the rounds here. Alright, keep this. Let's go. We go Island Ponder here, I'm pretty sure. Alright, Ponder, here we go. Show me something good. That is something good. Show and Tell. Yeah, I kind of want all of these, especially Show and Tell. So let's not shuffle and pass. We're up against an Ancient Tomb gamer, Grim Monolith. Okay, so this is Mystic Forge, or Karn Forge, or the One Ring Forge. Defense Grid, sure. Lion's Eye Diamond, that's not typically in those types of decks. Oh, it's another Echo deck. Holy moly. That's interesting with Grim Monolith. Glaring Fleshraker, sure. And they pass, okay. No love for me here. Brainstorm. Let's get rid of Ancient Tomb. And I will pass. Urza's Saga, yeah. Another Defense Grid, sure. Let me just fetch Hedge here so that I can F6 through this madness. Come on, Show and Tell. And Atraxa. Let's put Atraxa into the graveyard. And I'll pass. Here come the beats and a passing of the turn. I can't believe I'm getting this many turns. So I could bounce something here if I felt like it. But that doesn't really seem that great. I could get something with my Cunning Wish. But I'll probably not. I'll just pass. 3 defense grids, that's funny. I will F6. Alright, so I'm about to be at 1 life here. Last chance saloon. Nope, that is not it. Alright. Off to the sideboard. I'm going to bring in Consign to Memory and Force of Negation and a Dress Down. And I'm going to board out, I think, so, like maybe all the Veil of Summer. I mean, they're an Echo of Eons deck, so they could be that they're also killing with tendrils, but I didn't see any. I don't think. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Keep this. Okay, we're milling down to 4 cards. Lovely. Down to 3 cards. Okay. They found 3 they really like. I'll take Atraxa. Defense grid. Sure. Whatever. Land and Force of Negation. Put those away. Cast Ponder. There's a Stock Up and an Ancient Tomb. Guess I'll take those. Casting the Stock Up. Ponder and Omniscience. Cast Ponder. And Shuffle. There's Show and Tell. Alright, cool. Your last turn to do something here, friend. Show and Tell. Put in Omniscience. Cast Cunning Wish. Use the Cunning Wish. Grab the Shared Summons. I'll just grab Emrakul here. I already have an Atraxa. And I will pass the turn. I'll go to combat. And please just concede, opponent. Be a good sport. Yeah, great. And no changes here. Yeah, this hand works. Another defense grid start, sure. And I am going to hedge maze here. I'll grab a Cunning Wish, so they have 1 turn to kill me here. Let's hope they don't, but if they do, fair enough. Okay, there's a Fleshraker, and they pass. Alright, cool. Here's Show and Tell, put in Omniscience, put in second Omniscience, cast Cunning Wish. Alright, opponent concedes. Sorry, if I sounded morose there at the end, I got a little bit tired of playing 3 matches in a row versus Storm. I guess this last one wasn't really Storm, but kind of. Alright, I honestly felt like this deck did quite well. I wouldn't hate playing this deck some more or bringing it to a tournament where I want it to try and win. It can be tweaked for sure. There's always the debate on whether or not you want Cunning Wish or not. Some people view them as clunky and like training wheels. Like most of the time, you're not going to need the Firemind's Foresight win. On the other hand, it lends some flexibility to the amounts of situations and the kinds of situations you can get out of. I would definitely stay Simic for the time being. I felt Veil of Summer was pretty swell. And yeah, I think that's probably it. So thanks again so much, my dear viewer, for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. That really helps me out, and it's, you know, free, all that stuff. Like, comment, join the Patreon if you want to get access to like more Doomsday content, and I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.